Good morning and welcome to the show again.
Good morning. It's good to be back to our viewers, our listeners. It's good to have them back again.
Good. Now, I do not want us in any way to be influenced by one, television, two, the audience watching us, three, what we feel they're going to say. And, yes. I want reality and I want practice.
It is reality TV.
Yes. It has to be the conversation itself. It's a big conversation when you talk about sex before marriage. And we are young people because, and of course, this station is, we speak to a lot of young people. So it's good for us to advise. At the same time, it's good for us to pay close attention to what is on the ground, what is happening, the reality of the situation on the ground. And sex before marriage is a broad and a big topic. What is religion saying, and what are the health professionals saying, and what are the counselors, even we didn't mention that, what are the counselors saying, and then what are you saying
what's
to
the
yourself?
Street saying?
What's the street saying? What is the street saying? You're allowed to share your comments on our social media platforms on Facebook and on X, where the conversations are at its peak. So Lady Pastor now, earlier on, Chris, Anne had shared, we were having a debate, talking about what the Bible says and what we are able to practice.
Right.
And Cyril had shared some quite interesting pointers with regards to himself, making reference to himself. And that, yes. And I like that because at a certain point in time, we all slipped. We're all being brought up in a certain manner. I don't think anybody was brought up to go and practice sex before marriage.
No.
I can't pinpoint. I don't know. Lenny, I think Mommy taught us, right? Lenny's looking back. So we're all, brought up with that mindset. And then when we became adults or we got into our teens, it depends on what age you decided to, venture into explore. And everybody reserves a right. I mean, people have gone through it the very bad way, others the good way, others pleasurable, others not pleasurable. Just, we're not discussing that. But one way or the other, someone got introduced. Now, that introduction, could have been a personal decision or, when we are not discussing abuse. So let's put that aside. Personal decision, or others too. I know friends who just decided that they were just going to wait till they found the right person and then they get in there. Then in itself, marriage is a conversation where will everybody get into marriage? So if that statement is there as sex before marriage, what happens to those who don't get married? I don't know how my teammates here would start this conversation or what question to put, but let me just get a roundhouse. Let me just get everybody's opinion on this. Lenny, where do you stand? Sex before marriage, and then you can give context of what you understand by the statement, because I mean, like I said, marriage is either for or not for some people. Sex before marriage, what is your take on this? Then we'll drill it down to health versus religion. Good morning, Lenny. Vice President.
This pressure, dear. Why am I the icebreaker?
Yes.
Okay.
All
right. So
tough one.
Yeah, it is tough. Because as much as possible, you'd want to go by what the Bible says and not want to fornicate, but our human instincts kick in, and so we.
I'm sorry.
We have
the word fornication. Let's go and, because I think we'll be using it a bit more. Let's define it properly, because it sounds so evil. Let's define it and then we can move on, because I want us to be on the same page. I think Cyril has used it earlier.
Define fornication.
Yes, so that it fits the context of your conversation, or else somebody who is practicing safe sex, because in doctor's expression, I'm sure he use safe sex.
Once you are having sex and you're not married, you are fornicating. If you are married, it's adultery.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're married and you're doing with somebody else.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what she said. Don't mind.
I don't mean. No, wait. I don't mean if you're.
We don't know what she said.
No, I don't mean if you're.
Yeah, you see, you have to clarify that.
Somebody else.
Besides your wife.
Yes, if
your
you're
legally
married
married wife.
You're having it with somebody else
besides
your
your
wife
legally.
or your husband.
My ears are small.
That's adultery.
When I wear the glasses,
I'm sure you guys understood what I meant. But yeah,
understand.
if you are not married and
Yeah.
you're having sex, you are fornicating. That's what it is. So can we continue?
Yeah. Continue. Yeah.
Most people fornicate before they go to the altar to say.
So fornication is not bad. does it
The
become bad?
Bible does not.
No, I'm saying not everyone would marry.
When
so
the
does
justification is in, when the right things are in place, it's no longer called fornication.
How do you mean the right thing?
and it's only
Like if
futuristic,
you and
right?
I are married, there's no fornication.
That's what he's trying to say.
It's just intimacy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's what she's
But I
saying.
mentioned that.
No, I'm
it's-
answering
No,
your
I'm
question.
She's answering
saying
his
that.
question.
I'm saying that.
With your answer.
I'm saying that you would only know if you marry when you marry. I mean, you might have the idea of wanting to get married when you are young, right?
Right.
I'm 25. I want to get married.
Right.
But I would not know whether I would get a chance to get married or not.
Okay. There's
Yes.
that. Yes.
So does it mean that in my lifetime, based on what Lenny is saying, does it mean in my life? Because I'm defining fornication.
Right.
You can only tell me I fornicated when I don't get married. And I die.
Oh,
Do you understand?
For you, it has to be at the end.
You can't when I am not married and
Fornication
Yes.
is sexual.
sounds like fornication, but continue.
Fornication is sexual intimacy at any point in your lifespan before
You marry.
the permission of marriage. So if you live till 99 and you've been sexually active with somebody till 99, you get married on your 100th birthday.
You fornicated.
fornicated for
Yes.
99 years, for how
Okay.
many years it is
Yeah.
before
If you
got
were
married.
Okay.
fornicating
Your
before
marriage,
you
all
got
right,
married
a
and you
future date
divorced,
does
Point.
not justify
What you are doing now.
Great
coming
point.
from-
if
Great
you are
point.
having sex
So
without
we would-
marriage and you get married, you're
Yes.
not
So,
fornicating.
great
When
point.
you divorce,
So
and
sex
you start
before
having
marriage.
sex, you are fornicating. Once you are not married,
That's
Great.
true.
I'm just saying.
So
Sex before marriage
Yes.
is fornication.
Right.
If you marry and you
Adultery.
divorce,
great
right,
point.
Uh-huh.
you are okay. You know, like you can still have sex when you're married or whatever.
Yeah.
But once you divorce, and
Back to
still
fornication.
continue to have
You are
sex,
fornicating.
gone back
Yes.
To fornication, yeah.
What if
Great
I
point.
throw a spanner in the works and tell you that the definition of the word marriage at the time and in the society that this was created for is not just man and woman, but like I was explaining earlier, it's more about the commitment and involvement of multiple families. That is why
Yeah.
even within so what I'm saying is that the marriage,
Yes.
right, is not Cyril loves Lenny
Deborah.
and they've gotten this thing. Full
You
stop.
know it to be you. Why are you changing the
I'm
name?
so surprised that she's pushing so hard.
I'm surprised
What do you
sometimes
mind
as
me
well.
again? You are mad.
Listen.
I'm not marrying.
Oh, where are you guys?
How do I marry my friend
Hi.
who is a brother?
Who that?
You having brothers?
Fine.
It's brother's own.
Who marries?
Brothers will back there.
Also, brothers
People marry
will be
sisters.
Please, your wife is called Deborah. Use your Deborah as
No.
example.
I'll keep my wife's name out of my mouth for later on work. My wife's name, right now that I'm here looking at you, you are my temporary example
God
wife.
forbid,
Yes.
continue.
So, like I'm saying, not that
Yes.
just have married Lenny, then it's the two of us. No. It's her mother, sister, brother,
Family.
everybody. We are all. So when
Yeah.
they say no sex before marriage, right? It's that the two of you's intimacy is going to ripple into the lives of everybody both of you are connected to. That's what I was talking about. The land, the language, the religion, the inheritance, the heirloom, the throne. So many things get tied up, knotted, because the two of you decided to be intimate.
So in context, the word marriage and the word
not
fornication here are words
Yes.
that we just can't use it. We have to understand
the
very, very
backbone.
well.
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't always. That's what I'm saying, that fornication before marriage wasn't always a religious conversation. That's why they have that's why
It was
they have-
moral conversation.
Yes, that's why
Yes.
they have debutants. If you look back at old society, right, families used to have debutants.
Yeah.
When a girl is 16,
yeah, they bring her out. They bring her out, yeah.
The family says, "Oh, these are our debutants." They bring them into society. The men also have the suitors, the young guys, and they start courting, families grooming, and because the interest is to protect the
sanctity
resources of the family.
Right.
Now, in the middle of them saying that these are young girls, these are
Right.
young guys, and one of you start knocking for back and pregnancy karma, you've broken the whole pyramid for everybody by virtue of you and your boyfriend or girlfriend and the child that is now quote unquote illegitimate.
Okay.
Do you get it? So the conversation, religion came into that conversation, not the other way.
Not the other way round. Yes.
So
it was more of a tradition
Yes.
and a way of life for
Yes.
the people. Then
There's
religion
nowhere they'll give you
influenced the
permission.
process.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
By
So
adding the heaven and hell part.
yeah. Okay. So let's come to 2026. So Lenny.
No, but also
yeah.
fornication is in the Bible law.
I didn't say
He didn't say it's not there. He's saying that before.
I get it, but if you say like religion came.
What does
Yeah,
the Bible say
has
about
a date. Even Jesus
fornication?
Christ
And
has
can
a
you
date.
help us
Before
out?
all that,
Say that
What does
again.
the Bible say about fornication?
So fornication is not permitted.
You're not
It's not-
a pastor. Or just give us what the Bible before
It's
you,
not-
you redefine it, because I know every pastor has got a definition for what the Bible says.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's plain. It's
It's
plain
plain. It's
language.
not permitted.
every-
It's simple as
It's
that.
so
I'm just
plain.
saying that
No, no, like it's simple as that. It's a
It's
law.
very
It's a
simple.
law. It's
I'm
not
just saying that if I
permissible.
put two pastors before me now,
Right.
We'll say something different.
both will have two different expressions of the same word.
Okay.
So
You
I'm
know
only
that-
teasing her, just saying that don't give me a pastor's opinion.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it's very plain. Like flee sexual immorality. It's so plain that anybody that says anything otherwise, that's
what
their
does it
personal
say?
opinion.
What does it say?
I'm seeing 1 Corinthians 7:2.
Okay,
Can we read
flee.
that?
I have a question for Lenny and Anne.
What does what does
Yeah,
it
when
I'm
you're
say?
done.
checking.
All right.
So 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee
another
from
one, okay.
sexual immorality, and blah blah blah. So
Then
Where the-
1 Corinthians 7:2 says, but because of the temptation to sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife and each woman her own husband. But because there's no much sexual immorality, each man should have.
Yeah.
It's just a repeat, but yeah. That's
So
it.
I think it's very plain. I know that there are people, like religious people, that have their personal opinion, that they even encourage people to have sex before marriage because they want to try you. I mean, the term is you want to try the husband or you want to try the.
Okay.
Chris, we're coming to
Before
the
you-
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But as I was telling Dr. Chris that Counselor Luchot made a very good point that no matter how much you try the person, when you get married, there's always something. There's a surprise that comes up. So if you encourage people that, oh yes, have sex before marriage, or just encourage them, when they get married, there's always something that comes up. You can never exhaust and say I've tested this person enough,
Right.
so I'm 100% sure. Let me marry this person.
Sexual immorality, the Bible says. Sexual immorality. What is sexual immorality?
So there are different types of sexual immorality. Fornication is
Tell
one
us.
of them.
Tell us. Yes.
Fornication is one of them.
That is sex before marriage.
Sex before marriage.
Yes, so that means
Fornication.
that if you are not married, you're not
Married.
permitted to have sex.
Yes.
That is
And
what
then-
the Bible
You need
says.
to end your sentence with "if you are a Christian."
If you are sorry,
see
sorry.
what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say
yeah.
the
That's
Christian
true.
Yeah, we
rules
understand.
like
Yeah, no,
that's-
they want
Yeah,
passion.
everybody apply- it applies to everybody,
not
yeah.
everybody.
We beg you, we beg you.
Some people
No,
If you're
what
a
he's saying is
Christian-
No,
right,
but
though.
earlier
You need to-
Cyril said that it's across religions.
Yeah,
No, I
yes.
said-
But I
said-
corrected him,
but
so I
she's-
think
but
now
she's
he's right.
quoting the Bible. Charlie.
She's quoting the Bible,
Okay,
so
so
She's
he's.
quoting the Bible. So I'm saying if you
yo.
are quoting the Bible,
You should add that.
either prefix or suffix
Yeah.
your statement
Right.
to define it within the religious context of Christianity.
Okay.
So that when we are quoting the Quran too, we can say in Islam, da 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 da.
Okay.
A human thing.
I think
That's what I'm saying, that
some societies
I gave an
permit it.
example on Morning by that is three things. Okay, there's the societal one, property, blah blah blah. There's the biological one, making sure. You see, those days diseases, trade, personality traits, personal traits, health issues. There was no doctor to tell you ASAA,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. So there was the biological protection that okay, our family we live till 99,
And there was no issue
You are
with
in
that.
love, you are in love. You go and born somebody, and the lifespan of the entire clan from your generation onward will reduce because you went to somebody who is biologically. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
They will biologically incompatible. And also, then there's the one of properties and lineage and what's it called? Hierarchy and
Right.
inheritance and blah blah.
Right.
Then later on, right, religions absorbed this.
Restructured it.
Restructured it. Sorry, and added the issue of piety, being pious and God loving it and seeing it. And I'm saying that society predates religion. In anything you are doing that has historical context, let it be known that religion happened somewhere in the life of man. Man existed before the first religion.
The community and everything.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hunting
I
and
beg
gathering,
you,
right?
I beg you.
I think-
Society existed. Kingdoms, kings, queens, all these things.
Wars.
Things.
Farming, all everything.
Inventions. Things existed before Mary got pregnant with immaculate conception. Before the prophet Muhammad came. Before Buddha. Before whoever. Society did not start when what's it called?
Genesis.
When Jesus was foretold. Otherwise, the three wise men, where would they have been? The three wise men existed in society and followed a prophecy. So the question I'm asking is that these things existed before they came to deliver gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So let's not say it as if the Christian context of fornication before this is absolute.
Yeah, Cyril, I agree.
Am I going mad?
No, you went mad. You know why you went mad small? Because you had a brilliant point over one line. Now you have gone.
I'm making myself
Christians. You Christians.
Cyril, I agree with you, but there's, the Bible says that there's a knowledge of God.
So let us digress now.
Okay, let's move on.
In debate culture,
what he said is there's a point.
What you mean is you disagree.
So he made a point.
Agree with me
or you don't.
I said,
I agree.
No, I actually.
No.
He made a point.
Okay.
The point is justified. He said, let's make reference to Christians.
Okay, so
a religion that we are all at least
Familiar.
quite familiar with. So as we are sitting in here, if we need external help to get and understand other religions, the Muslim, Islam, and all, we will do so.
Yes.
So let's go back to understanding, because I made a point about fornication.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm asking again that the population of the ratio of male to female in this entire world population is not equal.
Yeah. No.
So definitely there will be abundance of one than the other.
Yeah.
So definitely also means that it's likely that even in Christianity or in all other religions that practice this sex before marriage, there will not be a fair balance, right? So it means that a certain part of the world will not get a chance to get intimate.
Okay.
That is what it means.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you dare get intimate before marriage, then you've gone against your religion.
But in your immediate society, okay, yes, the world population comes in and all that, but you are not looking at the world population. There's somebody you can get married to or planning to get married in your society. I don't want us to look at it like, the world population, therefore some people may get married. That one is not really our business. It is, but it's not really.
Do you think religion?
It doesn't really concern us.
Do you think religion is, for want of a better expression, is a questionable way of life? That probably it isn't everything that we must bow to with regards to religion, because it is impossible to live it.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I wanted
to actually come to Cyril's point.
Yes.
What Cyril said is true. Christianity came at a point in time, but when you from the Bible, you understand that man always has or had the knowledge of God in them. Is there. So whether you came to meet it or whatever, you still. Anybody that comes in this world has a knowledge of God automatically. You didn't need a pastor to preach to you good and bad before you knew good and bad. Everybody has a knowledge of God from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yes. So basically, we know what to do.
Yes, yeah. we've known. Okay, that's also a fair point. Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Doc. Mm-hmm. So, what is the stance? What are the stance of health professionals in 2026? With regards to issues of sex before marriage, because you face all kinds.
For your case.
So the first thing I want everybody to understand is this: number one, medicine does not deal with it as a moral ground. We don't deal with it morally. Yeah. We deal with it as a safety and well-being. As safety and well-being. So the first thing we are going for is it consensual? Number two, are you protected? Are you safe? Number three, we are preventing pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, which will lead to you wanting to abort and all that, which brings health complications. Disease. That's another thing. The fourth thing is disease. Are you going to there are so many infectious sexually transmitted infections. Are you going to get infected from this? You get it? The fourth thing is genotype and blood group. We talked about it here. The genetically, the child is this sickle cell, is this that? That's what we go for, right? So when you bring the question of sex, we look at it as this 4 or 5 parameters. Right.
Yeah, not on grounds
of morality. When you go to the other part of it, the other part of the conversation that says that sexual compatibility and size and all these things, medicine believes that these things are built. Medicine believes that these things are learned through emotion. Now, medicine's idea is that you need to have a conversation with your partner before you get married concerning sex. Any partner that cannot have a discussion about how they want it, how they want to do it, how they like it, how this is my preferences, and not judge you based on that, that person is a red flag. We tell you or we advise you to avoid that.
Me, I want to hang you upside down.
Exactly. No, yeah. So then you advise yourself. It is something that because
Baby, please,
we
how do you
know.
want to meet me? I want to hang you upside
As
down.
someone told me that, you told me like pancake. I'm like, really?
Is it-
Looking at my side.
So my question to Anne is, you don't want to be thrown like pancake. I'm not busy.
So her preference is not to be her preference.
If I was the Anne size,
Oh my God.
if I was Anne size and
Yeah.
somebody I like
There's
told me that they throw me like pancake, I'll bring frying pan. I throw away. Then you are
No.
something.
So you see,
Your face was saying something.
So let me finish.
Okay,
So
finish,
you
yeah.
see where our standpoint, because we make decisions on people's marriages all the time.
yes,
Because that form that is given to you from your religious part
Yeah.
ends up with us in the medical field.
yeah.
You get how
So
it works?
can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
If a couple came to you as a medical practitioner,
Right.
they haven't had sex before, they are yet to get married, they are planning, but they are not anywhere near it.
Right.
And they bring a conversation on, Doc, we have never been intimate and we are concerned because we don't know each other's social, sexual compatibility.
Right.
Doc, so should we go ahead and try? Or, Doc, would you advise us to wait and get into marriage first? And
We tell you to wait, abstain. Because
why?
Because as soon as you enter the office and start that conversation with us, it means that there's a reason that brought you there, which is there's a form in front of me. You're supposed to do this blood test and check all those things are part of sexual compatibility.
Yes.
What if after answering those questions, answer all these questions, you can go ahead and go and do it, and I do the type and I realize that all of you are both SS or AS.
And
Everything I've told you negates it.
So what if we so Doc, we will do the blood tests and check. Then
Yes.
when we know, can we go home and
Right, no, you can't do it. You can't. We are against that thing because you would, no matter how you want to put it, the first time is always awkward. It's always awkward. Both of you don't know what you are doing. You will figure it out. You have time. That's why you're married. You have time to
That's why
explore
you're
these
not
things.
married.
I'm not saying that. That's why you're getting married. After marriage, you're going to explore and have time to explore all these things. You get it. At the same time, you have time to have a conversation about it.
Isn't sex before marriage a breeding grounds for divorce? When they've noticed after marriage that, after they cross into marriage, that their sexual compatibility is zero.
That's why you
So,
you learn all these things in that part.
That's
You
why
learn.
some people
I have
also
something
argue
that's
that you
different.
need to
Yeah.
try
I have-
it
And yeah.
before
You try the
you
car
marry
before
so that
you-
you are sure whether you like it or not.
It's not. We had a conversation.
No, let me
about-
finish. Let me cut you. Sexual compatibility you are talking about, right? That conversation you're talking about, whether the person has had sex or not, the person knows it. Because we are educated by social media, by the word, religion, and all this. Everything. Yeah, listen. The foundations of it. No. The foundations of it. Most of us understand. Somebody can tell that I'm not for oral sex. I'm totally against it because he finds it disgusting. The conversation about it is disgusting.
So I don't agree. I don't agree with you. I'll make my point.
But
Right.
how would you know
Yes.
So
that you are sexually compatible
you see,
just by
What's sexual
conversations on
compatibility?
You see,
social media?
What's sexual
Sexual-
compatibility
okay,
actually?
guys.
What is it?
Tell us.
so
It's
Tell us
exactly
what
it's
it
the
is.
two of
Yeah.
us understanding that this the preferences. It's like a meal that is being cooked. You like so much salt. I don't like so much salt. It's not compatible. So no matter
parameters
so when
need
you
to
are
align.
cooking, it means that when you are cooking, that's why some people when they're grinding pepper, let's use pepper for example, or they make a stew. One likes it spicy. They start by it not being spicy and they fetch that one down for the person who doesn't like that, and then they add whatever it is for that person. So you are compromising
Okay.
on both parties.
So one person can adjust
To the other person.
to the other person.
You can't
Okay.
tell me that you and I have the same preferences. There's no way.
Oh
You
yeah,
see,
that's
but
yeah.
but you see,
You get it? So we learn it in marriage and being together. Because
So it's
somebody
an
likes
intentional-
clothes folded. Somebody's clothes
Are you using clothes
Doc,
and
Doc,
things?
I have-
the
I have-
actual thing to describe
Doc,
the
I have
How do clothes man?
Okay. Let me be real with you.
Somebody said pancake.
Let me be real with you. Let me be real with you, right?
So we'll come to
Let me
your
read
point.
you.
No.
Yes.
Somebody likes the man to go down here during her private part and do certain oral machinations and
Yes.
techniques over there, right? Sexual compatibility is based on technique, not size. It's not the size that always.
So you,
if sexual compatibility was based on size, right? I don't want to talk about a
It's
certain
not
race
based-
of
no,
people.
it's
Their
not based-
population won't be that high.
Cyril, let me
It's
see.
not based
Doc,
entirely.
Like, who have the highest population?
So let me
Whilst
so
with
let
the
me
point,
jump in.
just a comment. Alexander says that for me, I'll look at it from the angle of health and psychological standpoints, devoid of religion.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
The thing is plenty,
so we've set a precedent which is absolutely wrong. Sex,
yes,
right, in every society means something different.
but we know the one we're
You see-
talking about.
Yeah, no. You
Coitus
see the
interactus.
example you are talking about. The
But you
people with the
know,
massive
so don't go
population.
too far away. You know, you are talking about
No,
sex.
he made an example.
A manhood into womanhood.
No,
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. as
okay,
well.
okay.
But you said
yeah.
people define
So
it
copulation.
differently.
You're talking
Okay,
about
so let him
population.
finish. Let him finish. Yeah, it says
So he was saying that size.
Sorry, into the mic, sorry.
Size does not matter. That's what you said, right? And I'm telling you that in a certain circle, right, size
Matters to them.
is a parameter that matters to them. In another circle,
then
size is a
I'll
parameter
not
that
feature well
doesn't
in
matter.
that community.
In another circle, listen. In another circle,
You want to be part of that
then
community?
I won't feature well in that community.
in another
Tingalingaling.
listen, in another circle, romance and romanticizing and foreplay and all that
It's paramount.
It's paramount.
Yeah.
In another one, so as much as sex is ends up in copulation
Yes.
as the final act, right?
Right.
The recipe that makes it happen
Differs for every society.
That's one. Now, secondly, for what you are
I
saying,
think you can't hear you. Sorry.
I'll
sorry.
eat the mic.
You have to. Yes.
Now, the second point,
Yeah.
which is tapping into the first thing you were saying, was that two noobs, two virgins,
Newbies.
two newbies, is not always a disaster.
Yeah.
But an experienced person,
Uh-huh.
right, in that mix opens up a whole different universe
For
to
the
the
other person.
experience, because one person now is no longer burdened with the weight of discovery. They are they are lucky enough to only be burdened with the weight of experience. Do you get it?
Right.
He has been active for 10 years. She has not been active, right? She's going to spend their intimacy learning of him, vice versa. Do you get it? As opposed to both of them coming
Learning.
with their do's and don'ts, and I don't like
Okay,
because
so
it's on
I want to
Instagram
get the
video.
point. Sorry, I'm lost on the point.
The point is, the person, he made an example of oral sex.
Okay.
The person has never had oral sex.
So you can
The
say no.
person has never given oral sex. It is mind-boggling.
Religious.
Yes.
It is mind-boggling to conclude
Yes.
that I don't like
Oral sex.
oral sex. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's
if you've not experienced
yes,
it.
it's sentimental.
In definition of sexual compatibility.
compatibility.
Yeah.
Is, do you get what I'm saying?
You
Yeah.
need to indulge to know.
Yes, and if you neither have the empirical
Yes.
evidence or the whatever, and you just say it, then it's okay.
Now,
You
the
get it?
dangers of not exploring your sexual compatibility before marriage, and I like the point here. Latif says that that's why nowadays some marriages don't last long, because people cross over and then they notice that they are not that sexually compatible with their partners. The woman feels like she doesn't reach orgasm, by indulging with the husband, and then over the next 13 years, over the next 7 years, she reaches the peak of her. You know what?
Sexual prowess.
I can't stand
And you
this
know what
any
happens when she
longer.
gets
It's
another
always
partner?
you, and not me.
No, but you see,
do you know
wait,
what
wait,
happens
that
when she
statement,
gets
that statement is
another
valid.
partner
It
who
happens
is
all
not
the
the
time.
husband?
So you can have somebody like that where you are just doing a normal examination for the person.
Yes.
And the person will reach orgasm.
Yes.
A normal
saying,
examination.
Chris,
A doctor is doing a normal examination of a person.
Yes.
With
What
somebody
happens-
present. You see, because I was saying to her today that we men and women, we don't know what each other is thinking. I can't tell what you are thinking.
Yes,
I can't
so-
tell. And she's saying you need to read into the mannerism and how the person did.
Oh.
No. You if you don't tell somebody this is how I like something done, it's difficult for the person to achieve that for you.
Now let me cut you.
Oh, am I wrong?
No, you are a bit wrong.
How am I-
So the point here is, listen. The point here is the partner who has the experience, right, can read the body language, can read the what is being said, what is not being said, can read even how the body is reacting. Listen,
That's experience, right? You
if
said somebody
are-
with experience,
if you are
right?
being intimate with somebody, let me give you an example. If you are being intimate with somebody and even the person grabs your hand and squeezes it, There's a squeeze that they'll squeeze your hand, which means stop.
And
There's a squeeze that they'll squeeze your hand, that means
go
don't stop.
ahead.
You understand me? That alone. Imagine two noobs, and you go and squeeze the hand.
Guys, I don't understand how this plays a role in the
But
sex before marriage.
communication, I think that
I'm not
He's saying
compatibility
that-
also has
he's
largely
saying-
to do with
I'm saying
communication.
it's all
saying
part
that
of communication. I'm saying that it's
Let me-
part of
let-
communication.
Let's come back to the
The
topic.
Oh, you should communicate. You should just be
That's what I
listening.
want
No,
to-
you should.
You should talk.
Communication.
The
No, but
conversation,
I know people who do a checklist, like, after the fact,
conversation
yes, how do
is
you do it?
about
You know people
sex
do that?
before marriage, not what we do when we are married. Let's come back to I think you are digressing.
Yeah.
Yes, going too far
Sex
off. It is
before I
before
do.
marriage. That's why I'm asking you that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That
Yes.
health-wise, right? I have a boss who in class one time said,
Okay.
if he could, right, if he could stand on, then in fact, and say that people should actually get to see the product, experience the product before they actually
Yeah.
conclude on getting married to each other. He felt if he, standing where he's standing, where he has seen and how people's marriages are ending and the reasons behind it and all that, it would have been ideal that we get a room, maybe in the hospital, and that controlled environment. You know, we've tested everybody. Everybody's like, you know,
100%.
you good, okay, get it done, and then figure it out. He's ideally use the word ideal,
But sex is a journey.
but it's a journey. It's a whole thing.
It's not a one-time.
It's not a one-time
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because the
Because
first time I
there's-
not go well,
Yes.
or they even get this one performance anxiety.
And they might not even.
It's a hospital, Charlie. People are watching.
People are
There's all that.
not be comfortable. Yeah.
Because I have situations where people in compound houses don't even do it
Because they
because they feel the neighbor, somebody is listening, or somebody
Yeah.
is the sound is traveling.
Yeah.
People in apartment. It's in movies that you hear people doing it and people are knocking on the door in hotel room. People are knocking, hey, you are disturbing us.
They are not hearing you.
You get it?
Yeah.
So there's so
Not-
many things
Yeah.
that
So that's what I'm asking. So in 2026 today,
so in 2026 right now,
as
a medical person will
adults,
tell you
yeah,
this, that
have sex before.
the fear is that because the whole gender changes and what is going on right now, you can't tell who is male or female. Because if you go to Thailand like this, right?
You might be talking to a woman not knowing
It
that.
it happened to us. We traveled there in elevator with them, and they looked fine and beautiful. But when we ended up getting to our floor, we went to the washroom.
Lady boy.
When we went to the washroom, they were standing by us in the washroom.
So they are changed their
They have not changed. I don't think she gets.
No, they haven't changed it. They are just transgenders. They are just.
They are trans.
Yes, that's trans. So
Yeah.
that's where it is now. So you can meet somebody and you don't know the person is.
You might date somebody for 2 years.
For- and
knowing
not
that-
know.
And every day she tells you
Isn't-
that.
isn't that the
or he
extreme
tells you that
case?
I don't want to
She
kiss
thinks
you.
it's a minority thing.
No,
This is
no,
a
no,
1% thing.
I-
It's
I-
not more a
it's
1% thing.
not more 1%
It used to be,
thing. If
but it's not more.
If
Because we've opened society up.
We'll not be having conversations in parliament. You
About
understand?
it.
Yes. So
There are even
we are.
stories like that,
So
by
that's
the
why.
way.
So then it comes back to again. The question is now in 2026, as we sit here, is this something that you'd want to say that as a young adult, I'd rather wait to get married and then get intimate, or for the purposes of to be certain or not to be certain, I'd want to get intimate with my partner, somebody that I am with, you know, before should the rule change, or should the rule remain as it is? That maybe if you are in a relationship with somebody 3 months to your wedding day, you can
have
indulge in it, because it's a very important thing.
Yeah, Jay, I think that whether 2026 or
1984.
19 whatever, yes, those times there was proper investigation into your family, whether you have diseases, blah blah blah, before the marriage. So by the time you are getting married, you are sure of the human being you are
No,
getting.
but once you mention marriage, it's still today is active. If you intend to marry
No,
somebody,
she's trying
you
to
have
prove a
go
point.
through
She's
that.
using the
Yeah,
olden
so-
times where the old people will investigate other family and
Yeah,
all
but,
that.
but once I start courting you, once I
we
start
don't really
courting
investigate
you,
like that
no
anymore.
investigation happens. It's when you know parents will ask, "Hey, I want to see the person's
Oh, yeah,
mother and
Juma
all those
Ben,
things."
yeah, all those
But
those-
things.
once you
yeah.
mention intention of marriage, then these health conversations
Just
come
come up.
in.
Coming
Yeah.
here.
Yes, that's go and check and
Yeah.
let's be sure and all
Yeah.
of these things before you cross.
And
over.
CJ,
So
I'm
it's
telling you,
been
this
there.
that thing about what you're talking about in modern times, right?
Mm-hmm.
That decision has to be made religiously. The religion you are in, whatever it is, right? The family you come from, society, training. There are so many things. But when you come to the root of it and look at the social construct of it and the issues that pertaining to it and what's happening right now with divorce rates and all that, and you realize fundamentally something has changed, something has to give, right? Because people are, last time you used the word that we are so interconnected that we are supposed to be so close to as a global village, but we're actually far apart from each other.
Yeah.
Because we don't have this conversation we're having right now. It's not hard enough. We don't have it enough. This thing we're talking about, the next time we talk about it will be, I don't know, maybe 14 February.
Yes.
Yes, that's the next time we'll talk about. So it's supposed to be had in church, had in the mosque. It's supposed to be had at the beer bar. It's supposed to be had. This conversation is supposed to be everywhere. Being talked about.
If your hand,
So
add it to it. Sorry, add this to it. If your child turns 25 and is seeing a guy that you know their family,
Right.
and she comes asking you that, Daddy, can I go ahead and be intimate with my boyfriend?
If my
I don't think
my
you will ask.
daughter is
Yes.
25 and she's not sexually intimate, I would be surprised.
Eh,
And I was going to.
Let's say she's not. So she comes asking the
She
question.
probably will be.
No,
And
I'm saying that if she comes to ask the question, what would
Wait,
you?
so you need to
I
find an age where
and-
he thinks she wouldn't be.
And
so use
I'm,
that
I'm telling you what.
Then he should give us the age.
age. Yeah. So
Yeah.
which age
I
do you
said-
think that she wouldn't be?
If my daughter is
You.
above 18, that's it. I honestly do not care. Once she's safe, once she's smart enough, which she probably will.
But if
be,
she comes asking, what would your response be?
asking that, Daddy, I'm not sexually active. I want to be sexually active.
With
Or
my
what?
boyfriend Kofi, the one you know who's been coming to the house.
Go ahead, stay safe, because life has changed. In God knows how many years before Christ, that people were trying to protect corn farms.
I feel you.
and
That's a
sorghum-
very difficult
sorghum
but
farms
And gold mines.
and gold mines and fighting cholera and
With-
bilharzia and
Yeah.
tis and
Black plague. Black
black
plague.
plague and nitpicking who sleeps with who. No. The world has changed, right? There's naked women on my phone for some reason.
every day.
Every day. We are not in that world anymore where sexuality
It's
is
a privacy.
a privacy. I said here that the
let's
most
look at-
private part in the human body now is armpit. When the last time
Yeah,
you
it's
saw an
true.
armpit?
Yeah, it's true.
It's easier for you to see
that-
vagina and breast
Than armpit.
and buttocks
Than armpit.
than to see an armpit. That's true. Raise your hand if you've seen another person's armpit in the last month. Listeners, viewers, what will be able to home in the last month?
They were demonstrating how to do your waxing and all that.
Not armpit through a dress. Oh. Naked armpit.
naked
armpit.
armpit.
When was the last time you saw an
Yeah,
armpit?
I've seen it.
God, come for your son, eh? You understand?
I always say that
My daughter is 8. If in the year
if your parents had
2036,
delayed
The
the
next
moment,
10 years.
in the next 10 years,
Yes.
I would have been of the conviction that my eldest can be sexually active. Not can as in like, hey, go and have sex. So. But if I hear that she's sex, or I come
Sex
across
responsibly.
a condom in her bag or something, I'll guide her and let her know how the world is and
Right,
blah blah
right.
blah and leave it be.
Uncle,
I'm not now
Uncle
going to
Creation.
pull out Old
Because the only
Testament
thing,
and beat
the only thing
her
I'll do for that
Bible.
kid, what do you think I'm going to talk about? If they call me, oh, Cyril says, I want to talk to my
probably
daughter.
know
The only thing I'm going to talk about
more
is protection and all this.
styles.
Because
I'm not now going to take
Alright,
Old
so-
Testament
And
and
even
beat
by
her to a
that
pulp.
age, they may even be in
They
the
know more
university.
styles.
You know
I
what
hope,
happens when
please,
Yeah,
you're
right now,
like,
yeah.
By
Cyril's
16, they're
submission
in,
is
you
a
know,
it's a
so-
brilliant one. I hope it hasn't convinced you on your earlier opinions. But Anne, what would be your stance if your 25-year-old daughter came to you and said that Kofi, the guy I've been coming home with, I feel like I want to be intimate with him? Would you say wait when you marry, or would you say okay, go ahead?
I would say wait when you get married.
Why?
The first question for me to ask her will be why.
Why what?
Why would you want to have sex with this person? Yes, it's your boyfriend.
Mommy,
Yes,
last
you are
time
comfortable.
when he
Is
showed it
this
to
based
me.
on your religious foundation?
yeah, I was about to ask that.
I saw that it
It
was.
was heavy.
The presumption with your answer.
I want to
The
taste.
presumption with your answer is
Oh my
that
God.
you assume, or I assume from your answer, that you are going to enforce your religious framework
Can we have phone
on
lines,
your
please?
on your
Yeah, we
daughter.
have like 8 minutes, so we can do that.
So I want
let put
I-
call
you
in.
see, yes, it's your boyfriend and all that. If you are
You've not
really
answered
sure, if you are sure of this person, you can marry
You've
tomorrow.
not- you've not
No, but and you can't be
And-
so sure
and she
of
doesn't want-
anybody.
You see,
Like
that's why
can
we
have
are so
that
many
way.
people.
Allow her to.
Yeah.
No, allow her
I
to
take
make
your
her
point.
point.
Take your
Let me
point.
finish.
I beg
so
you, I beg
sure.
you.
You can't be
Allow
so
her to
sure.
say something totally
No, I
different.
beg
Can we
you.
come to it when
I
she's
beg
done?
you. I beg you.
No.
Yeah,
Ask
yeah,
you a
yeah. We'll
different
come to
question.
it.
When
Yeah,
she
yeah,
does,
yeah.
she says
Please,
something.
Anne, make your point. Feel free, Anne.
For me,
It's your
I will
daughter, it's
not.
not
I
her
will not
daughter.
agree. If you have it behind me, that's fine.
Yes.
I wasn't. I mean, but if you come to ask me, there's a reason why you came to ask me.
Yes.
I would say no. If you still go ahead, I don't like. That's your choice. But if you ask me, I would say no. Get married. Do whatever you want to do. That is my position. on this.
I
Sure.
feel like
can I-
when we
Let
say
me
when we
quiet.
I beg
use
you, please
when we
wait.
use
I beg you.
marriage as
Maybe yours.
Let me quiet now.
the foundation of get married and have sex, right? We would have a lot of people rushing to get married just to have sex. There's that part
Thank
as
you.
well, where some people will say that I've not, even if like the feelings come up and all of that, I've met somebody, I feel like I want to have sex with the person, but the only time I can have sex with this person is to get married, right? Without doing due diligence, without even taking the time to know the person
we might miss
all
some,
of that. You
the
miss
reason
a
for
lot
the
of,
season.
yeah, you miss a lot
Like
of things
Valentine's
just
Day.
because you want to get into that
Has
person's
become a reason for
fancy, right?
intimacy.
I feel like
yeah.
what if you get into it, exactly, you see, you said if the person wants to have sex and it's behind you, your daughter, right, behind you, it's okay. It still then defeats the purpose of
behind
the
me.
sex before marriage.
I wasn't
Okay.
aware of it.
But she still
the
had
question
the
is,
sex.
the
Guys,
question is, if you came to ask me,
Yes.
I would say no.
She
But
say
if
no.
you went behind my back, I wasn't aware anything. That's fine.
And you can't be so sure because there are people who stand up their spouses at the altar.
Okay, let's say
my point is he has a very specific question.
Yeah.
If the person comes 25 years,
Yes,
right,
comes to ask
and the
you.
person comes to ask me, I would say no.
Okay, all right. Hold it right there.
I'll
Let's
say
get
no.
serious.
Yeah, I would say no.
020, we have just 2 minutes. 020 40,008. You can call us 020 40,008. You can reach us now. Let's hear from you, Cyril.
If marriage,
Phone lines are
if marriage was the gateway to sex,
Yes.
or the justification for sex, then adultery wouldn't exist, because the presumption would be once you marry to have sex with this person, your desire for sex should stay exclusive
With that person. No,
person.
you
I
are limiting
for
it.
like 3 minutes.
And please wait.
The fact that you can want to have sex with somebody, and churches and families are forcing young people into marriages because they don't want them sexually promiscuous,
To be
is why
fornicating.
divorces are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Infidelity, born one outside, all these things are happening. The two are mutually exclusive. The desire to get married has nothing to do with the desire to have sex.
Okay.
You do not justify. It's a big mistake that
Okay,
people do.
let
in
me
society.
figure this out.
Marriage
A lot
is
of
a more
churches
serious
Ken from
deal.
Bologna. We have a bigger challenge. Let me figure this out.
No, then they
And they
put
want
them
to
into
pay
a
them.
marriage.
Like marriage is a more big deal.
Hello, Ken. Good morning. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Ken, you can hear us, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Super. I figured it out. Ken, talk to us. We have a minute to go.
So this is it. This is my take on it. You see, when we consider ourselves right now, the fact is the reason why we would fear that our kids will be intimate is that you are imagining the skills that your child is doing, and you are disgusted about it, and you're like, ew, because you know what you do. You know what you do. But let's do a throwback and go to the olden days when our parents would say that, oh, maybe we wash one, so this person is probably okay to marry my daughter. As young as they are, they allow them to get married, and then they progress in the various stages as they want. But we've brought a lot of modernization into our lifestyle. We've adapted certain things into our lifestyle. So it becomes easier for us to imagine the things that disgust us, that we ourselves we are doing, that our kids will be doing. And that makes it difficult for us to say that, okay, I want my kids to start getting intimate. So, and I think there was a comment that when you are intimate with a girl and then there's a certain squeeze that she will squeeze your hand, and you know whether it is painful or pleasure. The guy who said that, Charlie, get experience.
It's real.
It's real.
Who said that?
I want to say
See, this man takes that after
Yeah.
the girl said that no, it gets
Listen,
experience.
life is
There's another one for you.
life is short.
Sheila, is this Sheila I'm seeing or
God.
something?
After
See,
this
I
call,
want to
then
say
let me make
something.
a submission.
Our
Okay,
time is up. Okay,
let me make a submission.
make it quickly. Our time is up.
You
We have
see,
to go now.
It's
30
like saying
seconds.
that
Let's go.
do not steal.
Yes.
It's a law. Do not steal. People steal.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the law has been made obsolete or it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, there will be people that will still do whatever. Even though the Bible says do not
Yes.
fornicate or marriage is
People will
sex
still-
is reserved for
Yeah.
marriage. There will still be people in the society that will still do their own thing. It doesn't mean that we should
Okay.
ignore that.
On that
Is
note,
why
yes.
the question of my daughter coming to ask me, I'll say no. If you go ahead to do it, that's your business. But to me, no.
I'd have to bring the conversation to a close here. But I like what Doc. Tell your friend that the one he said you have to have maybe have a controlled space. No, it's worth
Performance
looking
sex
into it. Our time is up. We have to go. The news is up next. I'm sure I couldn't read all the messages here.
The Ten Commandments says
yes,
adultery, right? It doesn't say fornication.
Yeah,
we'll come to it. Thank you very much. On that note, Culture
the
Day,
Ten
we are
Commandments,
out.
is that all
Good morning on the show. Good morning and good night.